Okay, so welcome back. In this example, I'm going to solve this system of equations algebraically. And so when we look at these two equations, we notice that there's not one that pops out that should be easier to solve than the other one. So in this case, it really doesn't matter which one we choose. So let's just choose one. So if we choose well, we can do the first one. And let's solve for y. It doesn't matter which variable we solve for. So let's do solve for y. So in this case, this is going to give us what? That y equals, and this is going to give us 5/2 x minus 2. Right? So remember, I add 5x to both sides and then divide by 2. So I'm going to add 5x to both sides. It's going to give me 5x minus 4. And then if I divide by 2, I get 5/2 x minus 2. So now what I'm going to do is substitute my result in for y. And so now I rewrite this as 10x plus 6. And instead of putting y, I'm going to put 5/2 x minus 2. And this is equal to 3. And now I've got an equation with only one unknown, one variable. And so now I'm going to solve for that variable. So I get 10x plus, and I'm going to distribute, right? So I got to distribute the 6. And so this is going to give me what? 6 divided by 2, which is 3. So 3 times 5 is 15. So this is going to give me a 15x minus 12 equals 3. Okay? And again, if you don't see the 6 times this is 6 times 5/2. So 6 divided by 2 gives you the 3. And then 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, so now I'm going to combine like terms. So I get 25x equals what? Well, let's do it in 2 steps. So minus 12 equals 3. And then if I add 12 to both sides, I get 25x equals 15. And then divide both sides by 25. And I get x equals what? 15 over 25, which reduces to 3/5. And so that's one of my unknowns. So I solved for one of the unknowns, and now look. Now I come back and I plug it into this one. So then I get y equals 5/2 times 3/5 minus 2. And so now if I solve this, well, 5 divided by 5 gives me 1, and so I end up with 3/2 minus 2, which is the same as 4/2, right? And so then now I just subtract these two and I get a negative what? 1/2. And so now my solution is this. My x is 3/2. And my y is negative 1/2. And again, check. Do I get true statements? So plug 3/2 into here, plug 1/2 into here, and see if you get negative 4. And you do. So negative 5 times 3/2 plus 2 times negative 1/2 equals negative 4. Well, what do we get here? This times this gives you a -3, plus this times this gives you a -1. And what do you get? You get -4 equals -4. And then if you do the same thing for the other equation, you're going to get another true statement. We get 10 times 3/2, or 3/5, plus 6 times -1/2 equals 3. Well, let's see if we get 3 on this side. Well, this gives me 6, plus this gives me a -3, equal to 3, and 6 minus 3, or 6 plus a -3 is 3, and I get 3 equals 3, and I get another true statement. And so it works. Okay? And that's it. Have a great day.